listening.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Rich Edson, live in New York. The missing crew member from the F-15E fighter jet shot down over Iran has been rescued after an hours-long search. We now bring in our chief national security correspondent, Jennifer Griffin, who has some new details, Jen, since we last spoke, from the CIA perspective on all this, really demonstrating all the different pieces that came together to make this a successful mission.
Absolutely, Rich. And this was really a two-day search because this plane, the F-15E, went down late Thursday night, early Friday morning before the sun came up in Iran. So they have been looking for this colonel who was the weapons systems officer. We now know that he climbed up several thousand feet onto a ridge and hid in a crevice. He was able to eject from the F-15E Strike Eagle along with the pilot. The pilot was first rescued on Friday. That was a daring daytime rescue, which normally is not undertaken. Usually rescues are done at night so that they can have the cover of darkness, but it was necessary. And that is what we saw on Friday. What I've since learned from the CIA, from a senior administration official about the CIA, is that prior to locating the weapons systems officer who had climbed up into that mountain ridge, basically the CIA launched a deception campaign spreading word inside Iran that U.S. forces had already found him and were moving him on the ground for exfiltration out of the country. That was all part of the deception to keep the Iranians away from the real location of the weapons systems officer. Then the Iranians were so confused and uncertain of what was happening, and so the agency used its unique, I'm told, and exquisite capabilities to search for and find the American airmen. This was, as this senior administration official described to me, was the ultimate search for a needle in a haystack. But in this case, it was a brave American hiding in this mountain crevice, invisible except for the CIA's unique capabilities. The CIA shares the weapons systems officer's exact location with the Pentagon and the White House. The president ordered an immediate rescue mission, and it was executed by hundreds, we're told, of special operations forces from all the military branches. It involved dozens of military aircraft that flew into enemy territory. We're hearing some reports, and we can confirm that at least one C-130 had to be destroyed as part of the mission. It landed in a certain area, and I'm told that the plan was to destroy it so it did not fall into enemy hands. And so this really is the stuff of Hollywood movies, Rich. And the more details that we are learning, the more extraordinary it is that both of these airmen were rescued safely. The extent to which the U.S. military and the White House went to finding them and safely extracting them at great, great risk to the hundreds of American service members who were on those rescue teams is truly extraordinary and truly unique to the U.S. military.
It's incredible, and it seems like, Jennifer, every time I look down at my email, you've got another update with just another incredible aspect of all of this. And when you detail the partnership in this mission between the CIA and the Pentagon, it reminds me of something that happened just a few months ago in the Venezuela operation. Of course, they're very, very different operations, but in many ways, they're also, they do share similarities, right?
Absolutely. They never operate independent of one another. And of course, the CIA also has its own paramilitary forces, but it's the intelligence and the exquisite capabilities that were used in this case, along with some great daring of undercover officers who probably, were on the ground and making sure that this weapons systems officer was not found first by the Iranians, because that would have been a huge propaganda win for the regime, and that is why they put out the reward for the pilot and the weapons service systems operator. And those crew members, for them to both have been rescued, even though they are injured, those injuries are being
recovered on
we
Holy
understand.
Saturday,
And
aka
the fact that they didn't
Rescue
fall in,
Operations
is
Saturday.
difficult.
It's
Jesus
incredible
went
because
in
not only the propaganda
to set
but
the
just
captives
the
free.
negotiation part between the U.S. and Iran, right?
Absolutely. It would have complicated matters incredibly. And so that is why so much effort, not only is it the right thing to do, and they will never leave a man behind, and that is part of the ethos of the U.S. military, but the CIA and the U.S. military work side by side, and the CIA is, they're the quiet operators, but in this case, we were given permission to speak about the incredible role that they played
Emmanuel,
in this really daring operation.
Just an incredible
never
story.
leaves
Jennifer Griffin with more
a
details as we
person
go on tonight in this
behind.
Today coverage. Jennifer, thank you. We're going to head over to the region right now, the Middle East, with Mike.